Hello, everybody. My name's Rebecca. I'm here to share a few thoughts on Camus. Camus was born into a poor family from the Algiers, which is a French colony. He suffered from tuberculosis all of his life in spurts, which ended his potential career in soccer. He moved to Paris and he edited a underground newspaper called Combat for the resistance, which was against Nazi occupation. And while he was left alive during the independence for Algeria, he chose his mother over justice. He was apparently quite the womanizer and was said to live life in the fast lane. His death was actually because his best friend and him. Well, his best friend was driving, but he died in the car accident while his friend was speeding. But apparently, both he and his best friend were known to kind of be addicted to like fast speeding or speeding cars. And while he was more notable as a playwright, he did write some philosophical ideas. I think the biggest idea that he clings to is that life has no meaning, or at least no big grand meaning, and that humans desire for this grand hand of fate to guide them when the earth or our own personal lives fails to provide that is absurd. With no meaning of life, nothing can hold you back. This stood out to me because I feel like we're always reaching for something, for some reason, for things to happen to us. Like, as if there's this big play that we're all in, and bad things that happen to us have some grand meaning, and that makes us feel better in a way, even though most bad things that happen to us just happen. My takeaway from this is that without the need for a meaning of life, you can live freely and a life of access or live carelessly. I think not applying some things to Camus's ideas that most contemporary issues with his ideas make him come off as callous or uncaring. You could either take this as none of these political or social problems matter because life has no meaning, which could be a good or bad thing, but Camus introduces the two heroes as ways to deal with the absurd. One hero is one of revolt and the other one is of excess. Let's apply this to a contemporary issue to explain. Now, this one might be a little bit niche to me, but I applied this to a contemporary issue in the art scene, and that is burnout, which can also happen to people who just kind of... I'll explain. Burnout is the lack of desire to work or failure to make meaningful art or have meaningful ideas. I feel like it can also be applied to the tiredness experienced by working customer service or people who live repetitive lives and schedules. So us as students can also get burnt out. The revolting hero represents the endless cycle or repetitive life of a worker, but is happy because he manages to have meaning when life has no meaning, but and that he hasn't given in or given up. For me, this would mean persevering through the burnout and not letting it stop you from working or doing what you do in normal life. The excess hero believes in not quality but quantity and lives a life of excess. Otherwise could be known as living life in the fast lane with no responsibility or being indulgent. For me, this is either stop making art with meaning or with responsibility and just making art to make art, to relieve yourself from this burnout, or just making whatever and as much as you want and not caring about the quality. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.